It's time now for the Beer Channel Midnight News on this early Wednesday morning, July 13th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this early Wednesday morning, July 13th, 2016. Here now, your Midnight News headlines at 12 midnight. Top story is former President George W. Bush, Michelle Obama, and President Obama attended the memorial service in Dallas on Tuesday for 5 police officers who lost their lives in the line of fire on Thursday as Obama tells the city of Dallas that this morning they are not so divided. As hundreds of demonstrators descended on downtown Los Angeles, the city's police commissioner on Tuesday faulted 2 LAPD officers for the tactics leading up to killing the black woman in South LA. Records reached this week by major U.S. stock indexes underscored the popular controversial tool, the corporate share buyback. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich is the potential vice president pick for presented GOP nominee Donald Trump. The U.S. Capitol was placed on lockdown Tuesday after a man holding a gun was spotted just blocks away. A witness captured video clip of police detaining 2 men. 2 passenger trains collided head-on on Tuesday morning in rural area of southeastern Italy, killing at least 27 people, Italian news agency ANSA reported. The top base of the UN mission in South where the displaced civilians have sought refuge in the wake of a fresh clash in Juba between soldiers of the Sudan People's Liberation Army and the SPLA in opposition. Former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair responded to the Julaka report. As the Russian and NATO Council get ready to meet Wednesday in Brussels for the second time in 2 years, many are pessimistic over the possibility of real progress and tension between the two entities have been seen in recent days. D.B. Cooper, 45 years after the infamous Scott Jackson FBI closed the case at $200,000 unsolved mystery. Baton Rouge Police Chief Carl Dabate on Tuesday said that officers arrested 3 people they believe have planned to kill the police in the Louisiana city. If you could look at the image one more time. Menifee, 38, it was. Black worked as a dishwasher in Dandenong at Yale University where a stained glass panel depicted safe skin in bales cotton. Carl Parks and Wildlife says that being in a picture with a bull elk illegally killed as employee of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says. Federal wildlife workers among 4 who pleaded guilty in West Chicago poaching case. Tokyo, Asia shares came within the reach and tested their 2016 peak on Wednesday as our prospects have sold U.S. growth and accommodate economic policy in major markets when the investors' risk appetite damaged by uncertainty from Brexit. As large banks start to report their earnings this week, they are expected to confirm the low interest rates as a double-edged sword. Jason Monterey, President Interim and CEO of London Lincoln Health, says it's frustrating that their consumers are being put on as Illinois seeks to shut down state Obamacare insurer. Recently, the Department of Hyperloop One co-founder Bergen Van Borgen has filed a restraining order against the company's former head of legal Ashton Pizzera in a lawsuit against both Ashton and his brother and Bram Borgen, former startup pervert Shervin Pershad claims harassment. NASA's Juno Jupiter probe captured the image on July 10, 2016, less than a week after it turned orbit around the Jupiter giant planet. A new underwater microscope allows scientists to take their lab right in the bottom of the ocean where they can get up close and personal and crawl, and never see life to see how they behave in their own watery domain. Curiosity is back in again. The Mars rover went into the partial shutdown last week and stopped communicating with the Earth. The icy world orbits in the sun every 700 years and is among the 10 biggest unnamed objects in the outer solar system. If you ever found that recovery from the jet lag took even longer than you expected to, physicists have answered a new mathematical model helps explain why flying east is tougher on jet lag recovery. The study suggests younger menopausal women can benefit from estrogen therapy, especially those with a gene that increases risk of Alzheimer's disease. Denver, a former surgical technician who was HIV positive, pleaded guilty on Tuesday to tampering with narcotics at a Colorado hospital, potentially exposing the patients to bloodborne disease including AIDS virus, federal prosecutors said. For the second time, scientists detected a feared superbug bacteria that cannot be killed by the best available drug for treating antibiotic-resistant infections in an American patient. Local news. Mansfield, the town's main streets were filled with vendors, children's activities, antique cars, and the like last year. No rain Tuesday night for the 20th annual Family Fun hosted by the Downtown Business Association. Hundreds of visitors, mainly trailed young children, strolled South Main Street, which was closed to traffic for Western Chester Street for the evening as many enjoyed shopping outside, store displays, while others stopped to listen to music and visit booths manned by local scout troops, CYFC, and other non-profit organizations. Seacock, a call for a concerned citizen led to the arrest of a woman for drug possession and possession of a illegal handgun on Tuesday. Attleboro income growth in Attleboro and other medium-sized Massachusetts cities are continuing to lag behind the state as a whole, according to a new report from the Massachusetts Budget and Policy Institute. North Attleboro moves to change local government and repeatedly installed in North Attleboro, but a new group of residents are still eager for change. Not Friday, children now have some more space to stretch out of the Richmond Memorial Library. Edinburgh Tuesday was a day that should have been packed with people as broken water main disrupts Cape Park Zoo, but it remains open. And not federal community television government channel has been named to the best of the size in the nation. Boston, the Massachusetts Senate has passed a bill designed to improve the state criminal justice system. Supporters of the bill approved Tuesday that the state will help encourage rehabilitation, reduce redistribution by youthful offenders, and ensure that the fair treatment of children. The bill will exclude very young children from delinquency proceedings by raising the lower limit of juvenile court jurisdictions from 7 to 11 years of age, while making sure young children have access to services from the State Department of Youth Services. Boston, Elizabeth Warren has been asked to address the Democratic National Convention on his first night in Philadelphia later this month. Okay, take a look at New England incident alerts. It was 3 hours ago on a two-alarm fire on Blue Jay Road in Linfield, Massachusetts, and immediately was directly to the fire. And Saugus engine one directly to the fire also. Peter Chow do some 12:06 on this early Wednesday morning, and it is time now for a traffic report on this early Wednesday morning. Beep! Let's start off with a transit report where red line. Let's start off with a transit report with a MBTA subway system. It's looking good, and on the commuter rail and the ferries, they are looking good. And now, looking at the highways and byways. Let's start off in Connecticut first, where Merritt Parkway on the northbound side is slow around the Stamford stretch. Merritt Parkway is southbound side, Little headed towards Bridgeport. 678 on the northbound side, Little Grand Central Parkway, Queens. FDR Drive on the northbound side, so Midtown Tunnel, all the way to Sean. West Side Parkway on the southbound side, it is sold from 95 up around the George Washington Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge on the north southbound side is slow. 295 on the southbound side, Little slow around the Queens stretch. 91 on the northbound side, Little slow around Route 95 in New Haven. 95 on the southbound side, Little slow around Route 156 Old Saybrook. 95 on the northbound side, Little slow to 395 in New Atlantic, Connecticut. Attenborough out, 146 on the southbound side, Little slow just around Route 99. 295 on Lincoln out, 95 on the southbound side, Little slow around Route 1 in Sharon. Service Expressway on the southbound side is backed up for the Pike all the way up to Dorchester. Route 2 eastbound side, Little slow after 120 in Lexington. Route 120 on the northbound side, backed up around 2A in Lexington. 120 on the southbound side, Little slow Beverly stretch. But otherwise, all the highways and byways Massachusetts are looking good except on I-91 on the northbound side, Little slow at Northampton stretch. Berkshire Thruway on the eastbound side, it is slow after the Taconic State Parkway and the Berkshire Thruway. New York State 3 on the westbound side, slow between I-87 and Albany and 689 in Schenectady, and it's also slow on the eastbound side, just around Utica. And New York State 3 eastbound side, Little slow at Henrietta, and 199 southbound side, Little slow after Niagara Falls. Out in Pennsylvania, 78 on the westbound side, Little slow in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania Turnpike on the eastbound side, Little slow and stop and go just west of Chicago to Harrisburg. Up in northern New England, highways of Vermont are looking good. Spotted Turnpike on both ends, Little slow, Rochester, New Hampshire. 295 at the northbound side, Little slow after Route 95 up in Portland, Maine. Main Turnpike on the northbound side is slow after the Falmouth Spur up in Portland, and 95 on both ends, Little slow between Waterville and Augusta. And 395 on the eastbound side, Little slow just around the Bangor stretch around Route 95. Peter Chaldusab, 12:08 on this early Wednesday morning, and take a look at weather and crank up those ACs because we're going to have a humid and hot day and tomorrow. Overnight, forecast got about 65 degrees southwest, about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, we're going to have some mostly about 89 degrees southwest, about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday night, slight chance of showers after midnight, forecast got about 66 degrees and south about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance ratio 20%. Thursday, chance showers. That's also possible at 10 a.m. Some of the swells produce gusts winds and heavy rain. Part size got 85 degrees south about 8 to 11 miles gusts tonight. 25 miles an hour. Chance ratio 50%. New rain for about less than 10 minutes. Chance about possible thunderstorms. Thursday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly between midnight 1 a.m. Some swells produce gusty winds and heavy rain. Most gusts got about 70 degrees and south about 5 to 10 miles. Chance ratio 30%. Friday, slight chance of showers. Thunderstorms. Part about 4 8 a.m. west. Part size got about 92 degrees. Chance ratio 20%. Friday night, podcast was 67 degrees. For Saturday, mostly sunny, most gusts about 80, about 66 degrees. For Sunday, chance showers before noon. Otherwise, part Sunday, podcast about 83, about 65 degrees. Chance ratio 30%. For Monday, mostly sunny, podcast about 87, about 66 degrees. And for Thursday, mostly skies have about 84 degrees. Currently, not near it is a fair sky, 68 degrees, 20 above Celsius, humidity at 70%. And that is going to be it for the Peter channel. But that news that is early Wednesday morning, July 13th, 2016. I'm here to say have a good night. I'll see you later this morning for the Peter Channel Morning News. Have a good night.